Heya, good evening. I'm here at one of my favourite locations ever to shoot, especially film photography, but I've also done digital photography here as well. And I'm here because I've done various shoots here on film with my video camera, planning to make a video. However, every time I've come here, there's either been an audio issue or a video issue or photos weren't good enough. And to be honest, some of my favourite photos I've ever taken have been at this location. And so I thought, let's just make a video about the photos themselves. I'll show you a bit of the behind the scenes footage, talk about the photos, and we can sort of just appreciate having a favourite location that you can go back to again and again and just find new compositions. And that's what I love about it, is that I come here and I just find new compositions depending on the light conditions, or the wind, or what the foliage is doing, what the farmland is doing. I just always find something new to take a photo of, and that's what I want to sort of express here. So looking at the first set of photos I took here, it was actually the first ever time I shot 120mm film. I had just bought my Mamiya 645, I had the 80mm, and I had so much fun with that camera on that shoot. The one regret I have with these photos is that I think I've thrown away those negatives, and I so regret it because I've only got the scans from the lab, and I got the high resolution scans, they're fine, but they're not as good as my DSLR scanning that I do now, and I just wish that I could get those negatives back. But alas, I never will, and I'll just have to appreciate them for what the photos are. And they're probably always going to be Instagram material, not print material. The next time I came up, yes, was with the Mamiya 645 again, and I also brought my Leica Flex, which is my SLR Leica camera. And it was the first time I took portraits on my Leica. I think I put Portra400 through it, maybe it was Ultramax 400, I can't quite remember. It was the first time that I came up here and I found new compositions, and that was what I've really loved about this location, is finding those different compositions. I also put a roll through my Mamiya 645. I don't know what about it I don't like. I think the colour just isn't quite right and they don't look good, which is a key thing for a photograph, to look good. On the next trip, we're doing better. You start to see some similarities between the shots and the location. You start to get a sense of what the location is. I just feel comfortable here, and so the next ones are taken when I first got my Mamiya 7. I came up here on a lovely evening. I was shooting a new film stock, Silbera 100 colour. I was planning to make a video about the stock, but I had no audio. I sat in this exact spot and tried to do talking head, and I had no audio for the video. So that was poor planning on my front to test my audio equipment. Here I took a composition, it was just over the hill that way, and I think it is one of my favourite photos I've ever taken, ever, of anything. So it's really cool to see that this location on the third or fourth visit with a camera, let alone just coming here, because it's near where I live. So I've been here lots of times without a camera, and seeing that composition for the first time because the light was just right, it was just really cool to see that I could still find new compositions here that I loved. And now we're up to the latest shoot I did. I've got no video footage behind the scenes because I was just here with a friend, my good friend Harry. He was modelling for me, and I'm doing some portraits on my 645 again. So back to the Mamiya 645, which is honestly one of my favourite cameras I've ever shot. And all the favourite photos I have on that camera are up here. I was on 800T, Cinestill800T, which is a weird film stock for sort of in nature, on an evening, not night time, no neon lights. So it's not the classic 800T situation, but I like the photos, I think they're pretty good. And I think that now comes to the end of my list of photos I want to talk about. And so I'm going to enjoy the last of the light this evening. The sun's just going behind some clouds. I'm hoping it'll poke out beneath them in a bit and get me some lovely sunset colours. But if not, that's okay, because it's an easy location for me to get to, and it's a lovely one to be at. Hopefully you found something here interesting. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.